Very good morning to all of you. Today I want to start pile foundations of module 5 session 6, and this pile foundations course outcome is capable of estimating load carrying capacity of single and group of piles. Subject title is Applied Geotechnical Engineering. Subject code is 18 CV62. This comes under 6 semesters in civil engineering departments. So from the last class I will continue. So after completion of the 6th problem, so today I want to explain about 7th problem, how that problem is asked. A 5 into 5 square pile group of circular piles is to be used as the foundation for a column. Assuming any suitable value of unit cohesion for the highly cohesive clay foundation, determine the optimum value of spacing of piles in the group. The end bearing resistance of piles may be considered negligible and the adhesion factor may be taken as 0.7. So based on these problems, following is the solution. If the optimum spacing, the efficiency of the pile group is unity. Let us D and S be the diameter and spacing of the piles. Next step, let you consider L be their length. The width of the block for a 5 into 5 square pile group is B equal to 4 times S plus D. So then group capacity for block failure is 4 times 4S plus D into L into C. So this is the pile group configurations, block dimensions. Next step, group capacity on individual pile failure is given by the relation N into alpha into C into pi D into L, that is perimeters concepts. So here substitute the value. N is 25, alpha is 0.7, C is as usual, this is required, pi into D as usual into L. So this is the relations. Equating the above two equations, that is equation 4 times 4S plus D into L into C is equal to 25 into 0.7 into C into pi into D into L. So then finally by equating that equations we are getting S equal to 3.2D. So this is the solution of these problems, that is 3.2D. S square pile group of P piles of 250 mm diameter is arranged with a pile spacing of 1 meter. The length of the pile is 9 meter. The unit cohesion of the clay is 5 kN per meter square. Neglecting bearing at the tip of the piles, determine the group capacity. Assume an adhesion factor of 0.75. So this is the problems. Following solution is given for this problem. Solution, given that C is 75 kN per meter square, N is 9, D is 0.25 meter, S is 1 meter, L is 9, width of the group is given by B equal to 2S plus D. So here 2 into S is 1 plus D is 0.25. So this is 2.25 meter B. For block failure we have QG equal to C into 4B into L. So substitute the value in this equation. C is 75 into 4 into B is 2.25 into L is 9. So we are getting 6075 kilonewtons. For pile acting individually, so QG equal to N times alpha C AS into L. Substitute the value here. So we are getting Qg equal to 3578.5 kilonewton. This is less than 6075 kilonewton. Hence the foundation is governed by the piles acting individually, and the group capacity is 3578.5 kilonewtons. Let us see next problems. A square group of 25 piles extends between depth of 2 meter and 12 meter in a deposit of 20 meter thick stiff clay overlying rock. The piles are 0.5 meter in diameter and are spaced at 11 meter center to center in the group. The undrained shear strength of the clay at the pile base level is 10 kPa, and the average value of the undrained shear strength over the depth of the pile is 10 kPa. The adhesion coefficient is 0.45. Estimate the capacity of the pile group considering an overall factor of safety equal to 3 against the shear failure. NC corresponding to phi equal to 0 is 9. So for this problem, this is the solution. Here, since it is a square group, 5 rows of 5 piles each will be used. So then Qg is given by the relation C dash into Nc into Ag plus C into Pg into L. So where C dash equal to 180 kilonewton per meter square, Nc is 9, B equal to 4s plus D. So that is 4 into S is 1 plus D is 0.5. So 4.5 meter. Ag equal to B square is equal to 4.5 square. So means 20.25 square meter. C equal to 110 kilonewton per meter square. Pg equal to 4 times B, means 4 into B is 4.5, so 18 meter, and L is 12 minus 2, that is 10 meters. Substituting the above values in the equation for Qg, we get Qg equal to 180 into 9 into 20.25 plus C is 110 into 18 into 10. So finally we are getting 52605 kilonewtons, that is group capacity loads. So then individual pile failure, Qg equal to N into QEB into AB plus Fs into As. So use this concept like that. N equal to C dash into Nc into AB plus Fs is alpha C into As. So substitute the value. Finally we are getting Qg equal to 27390.75 kilonewtons. In this case, individual pile failure governs the design. The allowable load of the pile group equal to total load divided by factor of safety. So we are getting 9130.25 kilonewtons. This is the total allowable load on the pile groups. Next problems. For 40 RCC piles of 300 mm diameter are needed to carry a structural load of 1800 kilonewton from a column on a deep soft clay deposit. The undrained cohesion of the deposit is 22 kPa and the unit weight is 18.2 kilonewton per meter cube. Assume 100% efficiency. Adhesion factor as 0.5 and factor of safety against the shear as 2.5. Estimate the length and spacing of piles. So this is the solution. So here let us neglect the bearing resistance. There are 3 unknown variables in these problems. One is number of piles in the group, second one is spacing of piles, and third one is length of piles. Let us assume that it is a square pile group. Let the number of piles in each row or column be n. Number of piles in the group equal to n into n. So then let S equal to 4D. So means 4 into D is 0.3, 1.2 meters. For block failure, given the relation Qg equal to C into 4B into L. Then for piles acting individually, so the equation is given Qg equal to N times alpha C AS into L. Now substitute the value here. Next, equating the above two expressions, we get N value is 5.93, say 6. Okay, therefore the number of piles in the group equal to N square, means 6 square equal to 36. So then C into 4B into L divided by 25 is equal to 1800, or L equal to, you calculate from this equation, L is 8.12 meters. Next, therefore length of the piles L equal to 8.12 meters. Now calculate the loads. Okay, C into 4B into L divided by 25 is equal to, substitute the value, 20, C is 22 into 4 into B is 6.3 into L is 8.12 divided by 2.5. So we are getting 1800.69 kilonewtons. So use these relations and you calculate load in terms of kilonewtons. Okay, so finally we are getting 1818.33 kilonewtons, that is loads. Okay, next problem. A square pile group of 16 piles through a field of soil of 3 meter depth. The pile diameter is 250 mm and pile spacing is 0.75 meter. If the unit cohesion of the material is 18 kilonewton per meter square and the unit weight is 15 kilonewton per meter cube, compute the negative skin friction on the group. Solution. Neglecting end bearing resistance, we have Qg equal to N times alpha C into As, where alpha equal to 0.9 assumed, C is 25 kilonewton per meter square and As equal to pi dl, pi into d is 0.3 into L is 10.5. So we are getting in terms of meter square. Then substitute the value in this equation. Finally we are getting number of piles N equal to 26.95. Let us see this type of problem. A group of piles has to support a vertical axial load of 2000 kilonewton. The piles are driven into clay and have a length of 10.5 meter. The thickness of the clay stratum is 15 meters. The clay is followed by rock. The saturated unit weight of clay is 19 kilonewton per meter cube and its cohesion is 25 kilonewton per meter square. The clay is normally consolidated and has a liquid limit of 60%. Its specific gravity is 2.7. The water table is at the ground surface itself. Assuming the diameter of the piles as 300 mm. Design a pile group. A factor of safety of 3 is required against the shear failure. Compute its ultimate settlement. So this problem is based on settlements. How to solve? See in this slide, that above problem solutions. So based on the given data, diagram is plotted. Okay, and now see step by step. For a square arrangement, keep N equal to 25. The modified length L will then have to be increased by the ratio 1/25, means 26.95 by 25. So therefore L equal to 10.5 into 26.95 by 25, means 11.32. Adopt L equal to 11.4 meters. Block, for block calculation, C is 25 kilonewton per meter square. So these are the given data. PG is 4B, where B is 4 times S plus D. So that is 4S plus 0.3. PG equal to, by using that above relations, PG equal to 4 times 4S plus 0.3 and L equal to 11.4 meter and QG equal to 2000 into 3. So 6000 kilonewtons, that is group load. We know that ultimate group load Q is equal to CPL R. Substitute the value in terms of group load and calculate S. So that is, we are getting 4s plus 0.3 equal to 5.26. Therefore, the spacing of piles S equal to 1.24 meter, say 1.25 meter, that is spacing. The load that is assumed to act is H equal to 2/3 L. The load that is assumed to act is 2/3 of its heights length. So H equal to 2/3 L. So 2/3 into L is 7.6 meters. So means this is from here to here 7.6 meter. Load assumed to act here. Okay. Depth H below the assumed plane of acting of rod, acting of load equal to 15 minus 7.6. 15 minus, see, this is totally 15 minus 7.6. So we are getting 7.4 meter. Assume this depth to be divided into two layers of thickness. Two layers of thickness here. Layer 1, layer 2. H1 equal to 3.8 meter and H2 equal to 3.6 meters. So 3.8 meter and 3.6 meter, two layers. And now you calculate compression index. CC equal to 0.009 times WL minus 10. So by using these Turgis equations, here E naught equal to 1 assumed. So then you calculate compression index 0.45. B equal to 4s plus D. So that is 4 into S is 1.25 plus diameter is 0.3, means 5.3 meters. That is B. Then overburden pressure. So based on the total stress, how to calculate? We know the relation depth of the soil into density of the soil. So same relation is here. Okay. So here overburden pressure means depth into density of the soils. Depth into density of the soil. So same concept we have used here. So initial overburden pressure at the mid height of the layer is 87.3 kilonewton per meter square. So then change in overburden pressure equal to 2000 divided by 5.3 plus 1.9 square. So that is 38.58 kilonewton per meter square. Therefore, consolidation settlement is given by the equations, that is basic equation HCC by 1 plus E naught log base 10 sigma naught plus del sigma divided by sigma naught. So that equation is given here. So now substitute the value here. H1 is 3800 mm, CC is 0.45 by 1 plus E naught is 1 log base 10, sigma naught del 87.3 plus change in overburden pressure is 38.58 divided by 87.3. Finally we are getting 135.9 mm. So this is consolidation settlements. Okay, this is in layer 1. So settlement of the second layer, overburden pressure equal to 7.6, that is this plus half of these layers. 7.6 plus 3.8 plus 3.6 by 2. So from this figure, this height plus half of these heights plus 3.6 by 2 into density, bulk density minus saturated unit weight. So that is 19 minus 9.81. So finally we are getting 121.31 kilonewton per meter square. That is overburden pressure. So then change in pressure equal to load by area. So that is 2000 divided by 5.3 plus 3.8 plus 1.8 square. So 16.83 kilonewton per meter square. So then use the above equations, that is consolidation settlement SC2 equal to H2CC by 1 plus E naught log base 10 sigma naught plus del sigma naught divided by sigma naught. So from this equation substitute the value, we are getting 45.70 mm. Therefore the total settlement, consolidation settlement SC equal to SC1 plus SC2. So that is this plus this, finally we are getting 181.6 mm or 18.16 centimeter. Say 18.2 centimeter consolidation settlements. So this is the solution for these problems. Next, after the completion of all the type of the discussions, some MCQ is given. So this MCQ is adopted from all the last slides for different questions asked from session 1 to session 5. So out of those session 1 to session 5, some questions are picked up and prepared here. So this is the MCQ sheets for 4 choices. Okay. Next, these questions are also asked earlier sessions, but I have picked up some important questions in MCQ. And these are the references covered in this session 6. Okay. Thank you one and all. God bless you for listening all these sessions, session 1 to session 6 for pile foundations. Okay. Thank you one and all.